Hi everyone and welcome to the We channel, your We channel. So yeah, this is so exciting. We're finally getting this channel off the ground, and on the road. So we've just been talking about it forever and a day because we've been through people that I know and people that are at the channel. We've been talking about it and talking about it and talking. How do we talk to people and across the world, how do we talk about what we've been through and what we know has worked and what hasn't worked in terms of our own personal growth and transformation. So excited to share those concepts and share those thoughts and ideas with you. And yes, the channel is called the We channel. So that it's really about your internal state of mind, your internal frame, your reference point, and to really get a grip and understand what is really going on and how your life is the way it is and why it is the way it is, because there's very specific reasons for it. You're creating 24/7, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not is irrelevant, but you're actually creating your life 24/7. You're either being subjected to somebody else's creation or your creation. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you start taking back that control, that much needed control that needs to happen, So yeah, the we is really you, but it's really referring to yourself as we, so that you can start understanding the different parts of yourself that are creating all the time. Your thoughts create something, your emotions create something else, your psyche is creating something else. Your body is doing something else completely. Your heart, is at a certain point in time. And your subconscious, that's the big one, where all these programmings are running from birth, really, and before. So those programmings are running and you are just, reading off a script, really. So it's really to understand how you can just take all those different things that are running in different directions and really bring them together, realign them, get them integrated, fully integrated, so that everyone is now inside. By everyone, I mean the thoughts, the emotions, your body, your heart, your subconscious, everybody. And they're all important. They're all critically important. You want to be able to respect them and dialogue with them and talk to them like you talk to your friends and family. You want to be able to talk to your mind like it's a separate person sitting right here next to you, But all those things you want to integrate and have them running like a smooth, well-oiled machine that you are directing. Everybody's singing off one page now, So that you're no longer subjected to anything outside of yourself, you are running the show, And yes, of course, we're subjected to a lot of physical things, limitations. For example, we can't fly. And we're blessed to have all this three-dimensional glory around us. And by three-dimensional, I mean, what you see, what you touch, what you taste, your five senses, really. The five sensory world, is the three-dimensional world that you see ahead of you, that you think is your reality, but it's really actually just 5% of your reality. The sixth sense, is really that 95%, that's really running the show and really making things happen in your life. But you're either being controlled by somebody else's good handle on these laws, and you unconsciously just going with the flow like the rest of mankind, Or you're going to start waking up and realizing, oh, this is how reality is created. This is how things manifest in my life, I think a certain way. My thinking is formed into a cemented belief over time, and that is really what I'm creating. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. I'm really creating a cemented thought over time, So yeah, you want to just take back your power, because if you don't, then really the people around you are doing it, whether it's your family, whether it's your spouse, your kids, the community, society, banks, corporations, governments, the world at large. You're subjected to their frame of reference and, more importantly, their intention, So you could wake up with a good thought, a good idea, And then you wonder why that hasn't happened. Why has that not happened for me? Why is that person getting everything and I'm not getting everything? Why am I continuously, perpetually unhappy, miserable, sad, depressed, lonely? Why am I always being rejected? Why am I always poor? So you want to understand the relationships you have with all those things and what you're generating inside of yourself, because your internal environment is really what's manifesting all these things. And if you don't understand that, you're always going to be subjected to those inconsistent states. So this channel is going to be discussing that, unpacking that, and yeah, there's just so many lovely ideas that have been around for ages, and each time people just digest it in different ways, in different forms, So we'll be discussing a lot of Neville Goddard stuff, Marissa Peer, Eckhart Tolle, Abraham Hicks, Bruce Lipton, scientists that have come out of the scientific closet and really proven all these concepts, about memory in the mind and the power of the mind, the power of your internal state really, and what really creates matter, and how they've debunked certain theories. But all of these theories often seem out there and they don't seem relevant to practical to us, But what I've actually created in my personal life was permanent shift and permanent change in my personal life, in my love life, in my business, I've transformed my business, my relationship with money, I've really come a long way in my journey of 48 years, but also specifically 25 years of adulthood where I've been dealing with concepts around existential angst, and my place in society and my life. And a lot of my friends and colleagues and people that have gone through real, genuine hardship have also shifted, but permanently shifted, into something better, something amazing. Because the truth of the matter is that you were born perfect, amazing, beautiful, and that's really who you are at your source, at your heart. That's really who you are. And it is your divine right to claim back that power, that innocence, with grace, and faith. And we'll come back to faith in a minute. But it's really your right, you're entitled to be happy, to be at peace, to know that you matter, you have a place in this world, you were loved, you're cherished, you can be anything that you want to be. And no, these are not some arbitrary notions out there, a lot of us have done it, we've achieved things and we've debunked our own fears, that have been controlling us. We've actually done so many modalities, we've done so much healing work, so we're well equipped and well credible to share that knowledge with people and to not keep those secrets to ourselves. Everybody should know how they're creating and what they're actually doing to their lives, how things are happening. It's not out of nowhere that things are happening to you, And once you understand it and once you understand how it all works, then you're able to not take it personally. Then you're able to not get triggered by other people. You're able to, look at it and be, I created that, and I can change it tomorrow, actually, I can make it go the way I want it to go, So it's a really exciting time, especially obviously now with the time of Corona, we're all in isolation. And we want to be practical, we want to be respectful of the government, whichever country you're in, the government has certain laws, they're looking out for people, they have the best of intentions. You want to believe that they have the best of intentions, and you want to be respectful and practical and sensible. You want to do all those things. But more importantly, you want to understand your internal fear, and if your fear is tapping into a universal fear. Because if it is, then it's going to be magnified and extrapolated to the nth degree, and you don't want that happening in your life. You want to just be able to be positive and be sensible, but positive. And more importantly, you want to have faith. And we will be talking about faith and all these concepts in a lot more detail going forward, but really, you don't want to have hope, because the hope is like, it can happen, it can't happen. It's kind of like a luck thing, and you don't want that. You want to develop a sense of knowing, and with a sense of knowing comes faith. It's two sides of one coin almost, where you have faith and you know that you are cherished, you are loved, each one of us, you're divinely protected, and you want to start unpacking those universal feelings that everybody has of fear and being scared and being in pain and loneliness, depression, anxiety, rejection, a sense of loss, that's been following you around for so long. For some of us, it's been forever, really, and you want to just give yourself permission to say, hang on, I'm so tired of myself. I'm tired of hearing this internal dialogue in my mind. I'm tired of always being unhappy, and yes, you can be unhappy. A lot of people say happiness is fleeting. Just be content with what you have. Life is suffering, but no, life is not suffering. Not in my experience, and not in a lot of people that have shifted their experiences. Yes, we experience life in all its ups and downs, but there's a sense of contentment, and there's a sense of peace and happiness, and overlaying that, you then become creative and inspired. You become whole. You become an active member of society and humanity again in a whole new, refreshing way. So the good news is, who you were yesterday, who you were 5 minutes ago, who I was an hour ago, is no longer relevant. There's a whole new tomorrow. There's a whole new you tomorrow around the corner, and that's the person you're moving towards. That's where you want to get to, So forget about your past. It's got no relevance. Forgive yourself. And whatever pain you're in, allow grace to just enter in your life and wash away that pain. Because in this channel, we're going to transform you. We're going to respect the chrysalis that's protected you, and be able to just get that butterfly wings strengthening, and I don't know if you know much about, how a butterfly transforms in the chrysalis, but basically you're not supposed to open the butterfly when it's about to break out, There's blood that rushes to its wings, muscles get used that haven't been used before, and it breaks, and without that, the butterfly will actually die, So it's so interesting to understand that wherever you are at, you want to get your own strength and let the blood rush to your wings, and you want to just break out and transform and fly. And you can do so permanently. You can do so immediately. You can do so. It's exciting, because those notions of, oh gosh, you've got to talk this to death for years and years, and people, well-meaning people may give you tools to deal with it, but you'll always have your condition. That's just simply not true. There's so many things that we've been taught and we've been misinformed about, that we just want to break free of and just claim, and be free and be light and be happy. And that's really the society that we want to create ultimately, because once you reach this state, you're no longer self-centered. Once you reach that state, you actually want to give back. That's the thing. You want to, help others and do things, So yeah, we're going to be discussing that and a lot more. So look forward to the videos that are coming up, and don't forget to like, and please do share, and hit the bell icon below. My details are below. Hit the bell icon and do subscribe. And I look so forward to your comments. Please tell me about your own transformation journeys, and what you'd like to see us discuss on the channel. And we actually want to just make it, a comment section. We really want to just read people's stories and see and look and read and learn from each other. That's really what this life is about. So on a last note, don't forget though that this technology is such a powerful, powerful medium, you know. We can just put something out there on WhatsApp or, you know, Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and it just goes across like that across the world. So let's choose carefully what we want to put across, you know. Let's end off on a positive note. Let's not do any fear mongering. Let's be respectful, of course, you know, but let's really think about what we're saying and what we're creating, you know, with our thoughts, our mind, our emotions, our body, our soul, and our subconscious. So yeah, lots of love, and look so forward to just transforming and becoming awesome, whole, loving, amazing people. Bye. See you in the next video.